and this is going to ask us to select it from somewhere on our computer. So I've got this under
Hello. Wow, Binance coin has gone to $350. That's crazy. That is crazy, man. Bruh. It's picking that up. This can hear me, but I'm so confused. Oh my days. Yo. That's kind of cool. Yo, can you guys hear me? This is my first time doing this, so I don't really know what I'm doing. Crap. Is there anyone watching? I'm confused. Fuck. Okay, shit. Hello? Let me.
Great
Can you guys hear this?
To collect as many questions as I could from both the Telegram channel as well as the YouTube chat. We are also having this AMA on Clubhouse, which I'm still.
Can you type something in the comments if you can hear?
Activate. So I will just get into the room right now.
Hello?
Hey everyone, we're just gonna get started here.
I'm gonna end this stream. I don't. Okay, you can hear. Alright, bloody hell. I didn't really know what I was doing.
Hello.
So yeah, we're gonna be
Can you hear me?
looking at the CEO of Reef
Perfect.
and
Alright, so
listening to what he's talking about in the AMA that they had
YouTube.
earlier on today.
There is a live stream. So I already have questions, which I will also take questions from
This is cool.
Clubhouse as well as from
Let me see if I can do this.
from the
Hold on.
YouTube chat. So maybe I can already start because the live stream has been running for 2 minutes already.
Sure. Take it away.
Thanks, Rob. Thanks for hosting this. So hopefully,
no problem. But by the way, Min will be
Cool.
on in just a moment.
Nice one.
Clubhouse is still in
Welcome, everyone.
Beta and clunky and glitchy, unfortunately. So she just told me that her Clubhouse app is giving her issues, so she'll be on in a second.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let me know. Do you guys own Reef? I've got a decent bag.
Some people, when they ask
I've got like 9k coins or so.
The YouTube, the live stream.
Not that many. I sold like half my stack.
Those questions as well. I will first
Sounds
start because I already have collected a bunch of questions. I will just try to cover everything, and then we can do like multiple rounds.
Man, you don't know how long it took to sort of get this set up. I didn't know if I was doing the right thing or the wrong thing. It's kind of crazy, man.
Perfect. Thanks.
But yeah,
So
this is my current
again,
Bitcoin trade.
for joining. We have over
Doing all right.
people
My
live
current ETH trade.
on the YouTube stream, which is over 3 times more.
Wanted to enter in more, but
so the
let's just watch
community is
this.
growing at an exponential rate, and we are extremely excited about this. Obviously, the project has grown way more than we could ever expected in this time frame. And there are a lot of new people in the community, a lot of questions, and we've been ramping up on the community management, both in English-speaking communities as well as Chinese-speaking communities. So there's a lot.
What coins are you guys hot on? Let me know. I'm on the hunt, man. Binance coins up to like $350, man. Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
That the community has.
Let's have a look on CoinGecko.
Earlier today, we've published a blog on our Medium. It's called Letter to the Reef Community. So there we have links to the Global DeFi Congress, where I gave a presentation to many funds and family offices based in Dubai.
Man, look at that.
But besides that, we have multiple exciting news that I will cover in depth, and the biggest one being the parachain auction participation.
That's going to be huge, by the way, guys. The parachain auction, absolutely huge. Especially with the way Ethereum fees are very, very high at the moment, man. Super high. It's kind of annoying because I want to take part in like pre-sales and things like that, but then when it comes to like buying and selling, it's just like if you don't pay the highest gas fee, you're just left waiting, and it's just really, really disappointing. So I think I'm going to look into Binance Smart Chain a bit more, because ultimately it's a lot cheaper in terms of the fees, and the gains have been crazy from Binance Smart Chain, like Pancake Swap, Alpha Finance as well, that came from Binance Smart Chain. So there's so many projects that we can get into, so I'm definitely going to be doing a deep dive into that.
Been working on for around 1.5 months, but I can give more details about that later.
We won't watch the whole thing, by the way, because it is quite long, and want to cover some other stuff.
Are the questions regarding the token supply and the total token supply. So as we've explained in the blog post,
let me research hacking. Actually, I've never heard of them.
Has not been linear, and we are using two different market makers who are helping with the liquidity providing. And as you've guys probably noticed, all the projects.
I'm streaming right now, Dad. I'm a bit busy. Not right now. Sorry.
Structure. They have a lot of volatility, a lot of issues.
Sorry, guys.
That's
very unprofessional, I know. But
I was not happy about.
That's what happens when you live with your parents.
Which created a lot of volatility in our token. A lot of people, bought into basically an empty order book. And us being into this landscape and working in the liquidity aggregation and analytics.
So what's the price done recently?
I felt we could
do
better, and that's
3x in the last 8 days.
We've done. So
God
the goal
damn.
is
Shit.
to have a stable market.
Where was my warning to buy this coin?
You have
damn.
This landscape,
What's the market cap?
knows, you have a lot of market manipulation.
Shit.
And now,
let me write
one
that down.
thing that nobody noticed is the token is shortable. So you have all of those people that are incentivized to engineer FUD as well as manipulate the price. And the market maker's job is to make sure that there is market stability. So this means that they have to maintain stability on both the bid and the ask side, and this requires supply on both sides. So there was an emergency basically to fill the order books, because the price would basically skyrocket just like it did in the initial day. So this is pure market manipulation, and as I've been talking a lot about our analytics engine, this is something that it's very easily noticeable when you have the data.
It's quite a small project as well, so there's a lot of room for growth, which is very, very good to see. Partnership with VeChain. Okay.
To make sure that everyone can buy the token without a lot of slippage. Another issue that some user had was Uniswap. There was tremendous activity activity on Uniswap
Look into
as
this a
well.
bit later.
So in our app, people should go and provide liquidity as well, because the slippage is a lot. You have people buying over $50,000 on Uniswap, so that requires a lot of liquidity, knowing how the automated market making function works. And
Man, I
Uniswap
really hope this
requires
token
a
does
lot
like
of,
10 to
liquidity.
like
So that was
1,000x.
the main reason.
I'll be
And,
super happy with that.
what's very important is we've heard many complaints that the team is dumping, and all the FUD related. This is completely not the case.
That's
When
good to hear.
the team tokens get released, we are releasing a transparency report so people can see how many tokens and why and when, etc. And just like the first batch of the investors' tokens, the team will not be able to sell those tokens by hand. This has to be done through a professional market maker.
Right.
Because
So I think he's saying there's a vesting period. Not sure what the duration of the vesting period is, but that's good to hear.
Again, to repeat, the new supply that entered into the market has nothing to do with dumping or team tokens dumping. So that's the first thing that I want to address, because I felt it's the most. There's a lot of concern about this, and now I want to address it and make sure people understand the reasons behind it. Next is regarding the development team. As I kept mentioning, the development team has been working together for over 2 years, and we have an office.
Greetings.
I've heard someone said that our office is short term and cheap. That's
What is
completely
the
not
reality
case.
of
Our
the
office
total
is
coins
actually
in
quite
circulation
expensive. It's a pretty
and
big
of
office,
total coins?
with standing desks and everything. So it's a very
Yeah, there's like a lot of volatility at the
moment.
moment, guys.
And we are
So
scaling up even further.
we will
The
have to
development
sort of
team
take
is purely based in
preemptive
Slovenia.
measures. But you
Now
want to
we are
know
going to expand
the
the
total
team
amount of
as well.
coins. So if we go to
My
CoinGecko,
office will not have developers.
this is occupied already.
In the upcoming weeks, we are launching a completely new landing page, which has.
So I'm not sure if they've
resources
updated
about
it yet.
our code base,
Yeah, so it's not
documentation and
on
code
here at the
snippets.
moment. Total
But we're
circulating
trying to
supply though
onboard,
is 4.1 billion.
developers as
If we
well
have a look
to
at
be
coin
able to contribute
market
to
cap,
our
that
code
should
base. And additionally,
give
we
us
have an in-depth
an idea of how many
page
coins are in
which explains
circulation,
all the
hopefully.
team members.
If
And
not, I'll go to
before
the white
the,
paper, and if it's not there,
changes,
then
not revealing the
I don't know,
development team
I'll
was
tweet
done
something
on
crazy at
purpose
one of
because,
the
as you guys
CEOs.
know, developers that are capable to do any Polkadot code base are extremely rare. Like you can't pay them because they don't really exist. And what happens is a lot of projects need those developers,
looking
and
for
they
the
come with
supply.
offers such as like $400,000 to $500,000 a year salaries.
There we are. So the
And
initial
what we
supply
wanted to do
is
we
3
wanted to
billion
show,
out of a max supply of
and
around
we discussed about this
20
earlier,
billion or so. So
with
around
developers,
1/7.
that,
Yeah,
we
1/7.
want this project to succeed.
So not
And
too
we
bad.
want to expand the team, and we want to
Potentially a
add
lot of
resources
inflation,
around.
but
And,
my thesis
yes,
is
so
that
now
most of the
project has
tokens
grown
are with
beyond
the
what
actual
in
you know,
this time frame.
serious investors and the
And,
team itself.
basically,
So I'm guessing that would be locked
our
up
developers will be
as part of
resources.
the
Our
supply.
code base will be built
I
very
think they
soon
have really
for them.
focused on tokenomics,
There's
because
another
otherwise
part of the code base
it wouldn't
that
really
we
make sense for the
brought
project
to
to
the
just
field, that's the analytics
sell
team.
everything
That's
straight
certain
away,
code
in my
base that
opinion
falls
anyway.
under different licensing. But this doesn't matter because the code base is
Hey,
related to
what's up?
the blockchain infrastructure, and the whole non-custodial is completely open source and audited.
10.5 billion
So
market cap.
that's the second concern that I wanted to address. The third one, I hear Glenn. Thanks. Those are actually very.
In terms of the
great
market cap, guys,
questions and
this is what it says.
So I want to address,
118
again, the
million.
user.
Okay, fully diluted
You
is
guys
800
promised,
or 778 million, but I wouldn't really pay too much attention to that.
The audience in Clubhouse is aware.
Okay.
To be honest,
So
this is
the
like
first question was
just a
about
coin you
the
buy a bunch of
second
it and just
question
leave
was
it for like
about
the rest of the bull run,
development team, why
and
we
then
could
all your
not
other
reveal
coins you can
the
be
names of the
trading and keeping an eye.
And,
This one you just
the third question is
try to
about
buy
the
at
previous
like
project
a key
that
fib level.
I've been involved with.
Hold on.
And it's been more than one project that I've been involved with, and I'm addressing what happened to
Sorry
that
for
project.
the super
Basically,
unprofessional sort of layout. It's my first time doing this, so it's
I've been
not the
this
most
is all over the
ideal sort of
YouTube and all of my AMAs,
settings.
I kept saying that I've been a part of multiple projects and I've
But
led
yeah, what I was saying
so
was
we've been
in terms of like
so I've been
worrying about the price, if you just buy it when it's down,
I'm a CEO
generally it tends to
like
bounce back up.
over the project and other
We are sort of in this upwards ascending channel,
in
which is a good sign.
had nothing to do with
Sort
fundraising,
of somewhat respecting this fib level here. So we'll see what happens. The 618, however, is all the way down here. So if there was to sort of be unexpected or an unexpected event and the price was to come down quite a lot, then if you were to go on Binance, set a limit order for around the 0.027635 mark, you could sort of scoop up coins before we have the next bounce. Because one thing you do need to bear in mind with every single market is that it just goes up and down, up and down. That's what like helped me to understand trading as well. Also, if you guys want like trading indicators, like this is what I use. So I use high Kanashi candles. Hold on, we'll put a pause on this. Hold up. Yeah, so I use high Kanashi candles to trade, and this sort of gives you the idea of like the momentum. The idea is to sort of buy low, sell high, but I tend to buy breakouts. But generally, buying, also this line here, this line is called the VWAP. So this line is like the volume weighted average price, and sometimes, not all the time, the price can bounce off of it to either to the upside or to the downside, and that can be a good entry point. So if this bounce here sort of co-aligns or aligns, I should say, with let's say a crossover on the 30-minute time frame for the stochastic RSI, that sort of gives us an indication that we've bottomed out relative to the previous price action for the last 14 periods. So this would be for the last 14 sets of 30 minutes, and then that would indicate it's a good time to get in. So the higher the time frame, the more reliable the data is. So it's good on like a 4-hourly time frame and 6-hourly as well. But this isn't really for intraday trading. This is more so like a indicator, in my opinion, of like what is to come. And if you are looking at the 6-hour, then the MACD as well can be a very good indicator of what is to come. But it can also sometimes be a lagging indicator as well. It's not perfect, especially for altcoins as well. Altcoins, they're super volatile, so you don't really want to rely too much on TA as opposed to just looking at key level sort of thing and buying off the bounces. So for example, if there was to be, I know I've said this already, if there was to be a flash crash, you'd be looking at these green boxes basically in terms of where there's been consolidation. We were going to go over some news. Let me check if anyone's still watching. Yeah, some people are still watching. All right, cool. In terms of pre-sales, there's this token called Scythe Chain, and the pre-sale is today. So if you guys, I'm not sure if you would be able to directly partake in the pre-sale right now, but when this does get released, it would be a good, or potentially a good project to get invested in. I'm not sure if you guys know Master Ventures. If I just quickly type that in. The CEO is called Kyle Chassis, and he has invested in some very good projects. So generally, if you follow people who have experience, you should experience some good results. So this token here, Paid Network, has done really well. This is his own project as well. It's for international settlements, and it just basically makes trade easier between borders. But you can see some of, if I can get to some of the investments. So yeah, some of the investments, Coinbase, they've got Elrond, Mantra DAO, where else? Thorchain as well, Kylan Network, APY Finance, and you guys have seen how these coins have done. Pokedex. So yeah, they are investing into this Scythe Chain coin. Where is it? Here. So have this on your radar. Tokenomics for this as well is quite solid in terms of lockup periods. You can see for the seed rounds, they only get 25% for 4 quarters, which isn't that much if I'm doing the maths. private round 1 as well. And they don't get all of the tokens in one go. They sort of get 2/3 of it. Well, you guys can read. I'm not going to go over all of it now, but in terms of the prices, there's a relevant lockup period for the allocated investor. And then if you're getting in a public pre-sale, then I believe where's the price gone? Yeah, so they're doing like a bonding curve type thing. So it's like a free fall. There's no set price, I believe. So if there's more demand for the public sale tokens, then the cost per coin would increase. But if there's less demand, then over the period of, I believe it's a week, this pre-sale is happening, over the period of a week, then if there's less demand, then obviously you can get the coins for a cheaper price. And what that allows for is basically an organic set price as opposed to one set price. There isn't a limit, I don't think, or if there is, it's like maybe 5. Actually, let me not misspeak, but yeah, that's just that. In terms of news, we have XRPs. They're in the news again. As you guys know, they've had a case with the SEC, and basically what it is that the SEC has sort of accused them of illegally selling securities. But as we can see here, the United States Securities and Exchange Commissions have alleged that Ripple Labs executives Bradley Garlinghouse and Christian Larson manipulated XRP price by ramping up or slowing down their coin sales depending on market conditions. From 2013, the defendants hold over 14.6 billion units of digital assets secured called XRP in return for cash or other considerations worth 1.38 billion. So this is why I don't really like XRP, guys. It's if we look at XRP, there's just heavy selling pressure from those two individuals, and until that stops, why would you want to own XRP? Like, this doesn't show all of the price data, but basically it's just going down up until recently, up until like we've had the Wall Street Bets shenanigans where they pumped it. Yeah, so that's the news about XRP. And in other news as well, a British firm have stated that they are going to set up a similar grayscale service, but for big businesses within the UK. So that would just make it a lot more easier for all of these companies in the UK that want to get into the crypto space, that want to get exposure. That would allow them to sort of buy into, I'm not sure if this is trust or how exactly the in and outs work, but it basically follows the news of MicroStrategy and Tesla buying a shit ton of Bitcoin, basically. Excuse my French. In fact, I believe Michael Saylor extended or increased his senior notes to around 900 million, which is an increase of around 300 million. But given the conditions that we're currently facing for crypto and for Bitcoin, like from the outside looking in, it seems crazy, but if you're a crypto person, you realize that he's actually a freaking genius. If you have the cash flow to just pay off the loans and like you don't need to, it doesn't affect you. You have the continuous upside of Bitcoin, where this guy, me and Michael Saylor, we share something alike. we both bought Bitcoin roughly around this sort of phase. Sorry, I think my friend's watching this, but just have to say, I remember I was telling everyone, buy Bitcoin. I was telling my parents, I even told my ex. She didn't listen. She bought bloody Christian Dior shoes for $500. Well, that same $500, I think I told her around here. So, like, if she's listening, then I'm sorry, but it is what it is. But yeah, that same $500 or £500, sorry, basically $2,000 right now. So expensive pair of shoes, man. Expensive pair of shoes. Jeez. I didn't actually manage to. Actually, let me see what everyone's saying. Is anyone still watching? Bro. So in terms of my my confidence for watching of bloody hell. let's just go to Refinance website. Let's see what's happening. Oh, let's go to the Twitter actually. Damn, Binance is trending. That's crazy. Okay, so Reef. Whoa, let me drink some water. Okay, so Reef have partnered with Harmony One, and they've also partnered with Tron. So that is a good sign. They're being implemented into different blockchains. There was a video I watched like last month or so. It was, I believe his name is Box Mining, and it basically just goes over what Refinance is. And to break it down, they were saying how they've managed to sort of get a solution for liquidity problems. They have a good marketing team if they're able to get people like KSI, Justin Sun, just to name a few, onto the project. But it's the fact that it was built on Polkadot that for me is a key indication that the project will do well, because ultimately, like, let's just go to at the moment, gas fees are, you can see here, just to get a transaction fee, you need to pay 332 Gwei, which is very, very high at the moment. And obviously, if you're trying to interact with these blockchains, if you have, a decent sized portfolio, or even like a smaller portfolio, if you wanted to interact with these blockchains, it wouldn't really be possible. So that's where being on the Polkadot ecosystem comes into it. So it's not something that comes into effect straight away, but down the line when Polkadot is active, and I will have to keep you guys up to date when Polkadot is active, because that will be huge. But another thing as well that is crazy is that I believe they have a Paris chain slot, which is even more fueling for this project going forward. Market cap is still fairly small in my opinion, $118 million. So to get to 1 billion, how much would that be? 1,000 divided by 120. So from here, an 8x to 1 billion. And given this utility, I definitely think that's possible. So guys, I'm going to end the stream here. I think I'm going to come back more organized, because I don't want to like waste your time or anything. But thank you for watching, and next stream will be better. Make sure you can like and subscribe if you haven't already, and see ya. Bye.